Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Jeff nails another draft day.
Nailed it.
Top 5 has 98. I just loves some Kevin James.
Fucking Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh, yeah.
It's the history of bad. That's right. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke. Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 436. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
I'm not suspended.
Yeah, yet.
Yeah.
And with us, Scab Jeff, film critic to the stars.
Thank you.
Yay.
Welcome, Scab. You're back again this week to see how bad you did on your Oscars.
I feel I did pretty well for most of them, but Coda took a couple that I didn't think they would.
Oh, I thought you said COVID. Coda did take a lot.
I'm curious to see what my percentage is this year.
Hopefully you did better than at your Oscar party.
I was second place. I didn't have to put any money in the pot.
Yeah, second place is the first loser.
Jim won. You won, Jim, the Oscar party at Scab Jeff's house, right?
Yes.
The right picks?
I picked 20 out of 23 categories correct.
Wow. I saw a video at the History of Bad Ideas Facebook page that you got slapped.
Yes, I was trying to accept my award, and I was thanking the hosts and the other people, and somebody did not like me mentioning their wife in my speech.
Would that be floppy award-winning Jen?
Yes.
Wow. Sorry, Jeff. I'm not supposed to say her name. I apologize. Apologize, Scab. Apologize. We'll get to that in a bit here. First off, let's start with the sad note, and then we'll go up from there. Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins passed away last week. I think last Thursday. After our show. It was definitely after our show.
Definitely after.
Did they say it was a heart attack, Blake? Did they say that yet?
Initial toxicology reports 10 psychoactive substances in his body. Originally, they said heart failure. And like, okay, that sounds like heart. Well, not heart failure. Heart pains, chest pains. I'm like, that sounds like a heart attack. And then they come out with the initial toxicology with all these cocktail of 10 different drugs. I'm like, they could have caused the heart failure.
NyQuil, Benadryl, Tylenol PM, Excedrin, migraine.
And marijuana.
Oh.
No, there are some other narcotics in there too.
Yeah, there was some pretty heavy stuff in there.
I'm like, I don't know if he was dealing with emotional problems or mental problems, but that's one hell of a cocktail.
Yeah.
10 different ones? Yeah.
10 psychoactives, I believe.
So Foo Fighters has now canceled or suspended their tour, and they don't know when they're going to come back to it.
Yeah. So if you're Dave Grohl, I mean, think about this. I mean, now he's got to go through like PTSD of the Kurt Cobain problems of losing him in Nirvana. Then, 20 years later, he's going to have to relive everything again, except this time it's his buddy, the drummer.
Yeah, but you know what? Like, that's a par for the course, right, for rock and roll, right? I mean...
If you stick around long enough...
You're going to have a lot of deaths around you, right?
I think so.
Blake, I'm going to make you feel old.
Oh, gosh.
I think you meant to say 30 years later.
1992. That's right.
But Weekend at Cobain's came out 6 years ago.
I think it was 94, so technically 28.
Nevermind came out.
Number one Hobie film, Weekend at Cobain's, came out 6 years ago. So that was good. That was good.
Yeah. That's why I'm confused.
There you go. That's right. No, I think it's par for... I mean, not that it makes it better or makes it easier, but, like, you're around... Like, it's wrestlers, right? If you're a wrestler for 30 years, you're going to have, like, 87 deaths during that time.
because especially the old school ones.
Speaking of wrestlers, we didn't have it last week, but of Breath of Silence for Scott Hall.
We talked about him 2 weeks ago.
When you weren't here.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's a lifestyle that's not conducive to normalcy.
Correct. I mean, just look at the movie Rockstar. That showed you that. I mean, that was a good documentary. I mean, your body is not supposed to be taking 10 types of drugs at one time or over a span of a couple days. 7 maybe, but not 10. So,
Yeah. Well, I don't know, when you get older and you're still in a rock band, aren't you spreading out your live dates? I mean, it's not like you're doing back-to-back dates anymore in a van. Driving, overnight and having to take uppers to stay awake.
But they were in South America, right?
Yeah, Colombia. They had played 2 days prior in Argentina.
Okay.
They were playing the show in Colombia, and then, in 2 days after that, they were going to Brazil.
And it was before the show, right?
It was before the show,
okay.
yes.
Well, I mean...
On Friday, so it happened on Friday.
I mean, I guess you could say also for comedians, too. Stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a life that's, you're going to be in a bar, hard, at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Waiting for your turn. I mean...
Well, at least nowadays, most of them aren't as smoke-filled as they were back then.
Correct.
True. I mean, back in the day, I was in LSD, the League of Social Darters, in Cincinnati.
Yes.
And trust me, they call it LSD for a reason. Now, it wasn't because I was doing any psychoactive substances, but it wasn't a good, conducive lifestyle. It was Thursday night. I mean, and you're right, you're still allowed to smoke in bars, and you're smoking, you're drinking, it's Thursday night, and, needless to say, Friday mornings, Fridays for work, I was fucking useless.
Yeah.
And then finally I had to quit. I stopped after 2 seasons. It's like, my body can't keep this up.
Oh, then you mean you quit work.
Oh, no.
I saw him some of those days. Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, exactly.
Blake, you all right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you stay out, you're like, well, I'm only going to have, 1 cigarette or 2 and maybe 2 beers. And the next thing you know, it's Thursday night at 1 a.m. You're like, fuck.
I mean, when Blake and I worked together many moons ago, I would work, my schedule was Tuesday through Saturday. And, Saturday morning, I had to be there at 9, and it was like, ugh, well, I guess it's 3 in the morning. I guess I should go home. It's like, I'm pretty much useless for the first half of the day.
I can get 4 hours of sleep.
Yes.
At lunch, I'll go out to my car, sleep for another hour.
I would go down the street
but
to the
you
park.
had to go down. Yeah, you had to
I would go to the
gas
park
station,
and
go to the
sleep.
park.
Yes.
Because you couldn't do it in the parking lot.
Correct. I would go down the street.
You'd be like, what the hell's Jason doing in the parking lot?
You don't want to know.
Man, I hope my lifestyle doesn't get anything like that.
You're a little bit different, though. You're a bartender. It's not like, I mean, that's your job. Well, I guess it's stand-up comedian's job. I don't know. What am I talking about?
Well, think about it. As a bartender, you are a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Because you got to be witty and funny to people.
And you're
No, you don't.
And you're a therapist.
And you're a therapist, yeah. And you're a rock star because you're controlling the jukebox.
Time out. I could go to you and talk, and give you all my feelings.
Oh, yeah, you can't. You could. Make sure you tip.
Might be cheaper than a therapist.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think here. Well, of course, I would drink a lot. I'll get back to you, Jim. I'll get back to you on that one. So, Scab, how you? Oh,
But
sorry.
at least it's healthier these days. You can't smoke in the bar anymore.
Nope.
There you go.
And they have light beer, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scab, anything with you? Anything going on?
Well, I was trying to get involved in the conversation, except for the Oscars is probably the latest I've stayed up for.
Probably.
Not sure since the last Oscars, maybe.
No, I think last game night you were over at our house. You were here till about midnight.
Yeah, at your house.
Around 10:30, I looked.
Party animals.
Yeah, when we have game night at your house, you're like, yeah, get over here at 5:30. What? 5:30? The sun's still out.
Well, it's because I just finished dinner and you guys.
We just went to Denny's.
I just finished vacuuming, so now come over before I walk on it.
I got 2.5 hours before I go to sleep.
I tell Scab, yeah, come on over for game night. What time? 8. 8? What?
And if I have one beer, knock 30 minutes off.
I'm putting my dentures out at that time. What are you doing? It's all right, Scab.
I don't know when that happened, but it's been that way for a little while.
I'm happy if I get 4.5, 5 hours of sleep at night.
I hope I'd never get as old as you guys.
I'm not sure the last time I've slept past 9 either.
Yeah, I agree with you on that stuff.
Today.
Well, yeah, but what time did you get home from work?
I didn't work last night. Last night was bowling night.
Oh, okay. What time did you get home from bowling?
Only around 12:30. It was actually an early night.
Oh, that's not bad then. That's a good sleep.
We were kind of. Well, I didn't fall asleep till probably 4.
What time did you wake up today?
11.
Okay, 7 hours. That's not bad. Yeah, like I said, I'm happy if I can get 5, and then like Friday night I just die. So Jim, if I'm playing when I'm playing softball this year, I might just fall asleep out in the field.
Oh, my Friday nights, like I close on Thursday and open Friday morning.
Oh.
So I get 3 hours of sleep Thursday.
Can we cuddle on Friday nights?
And so my Fridays normally consist. I get home from work, eat, and then go to bed, and then I wake up at like 2, and I'm up till like 7.
So when softball starts, we can cuddle.
Yes.
Okay, on the bench. Sounds great. Great. So, anything else going on? Anybody? Jim, we have somebody that we can buy stuff from. Do you know that? Her name is Untidy Venus.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have a code? A code if you buy stuff from her?
I think it's what, Hobie Pod?
It is Hobie Pod. I think it's 20% off. Untidy Venus on Etsy.com. Go to her now. And she just opened up a shop. She's part of a shop in Utah.
A physical location?
Yes. So you can go there too. Or, would be easier, Etsy. Go to Untidy Venus. And use Hobie Pod. So there you go.
Forgot what city in Utah they were in.
Ogden,
Utah.
I can't back that up. I don't know if that's true.
It was the one that had a lot of Mormons in it.
That narrows it down to
So it's not Ogden.
every city in Utah.
I've driven through Ogden, Utah. Trust me, it's just crime. There's no Mormons there.
Or salty.
Boo.
There are very few cities in Utah I could name.
Salt Lake City.
That's
it.
Ogden.
one.
Ogden.
And now Ogden.
Provo.
I would have guessed that was in Nevada.
He's not a skier.
That's where Utah State is located.
And
I think wasn't Provo.
Is that the
where,
blue football field?
in the movie Fletch?
Yes.
He visited to visit the guy's parents.
Yes.
I've been to Canyonland or Bryce Canyon, not Canyonlands. but
Did you
Bryce
just say Canyonland?
Well, Canyonland is
Canyonland's
another
a national
national
park.
park,
Oh, okay.
in Utah.
You have the national
Yeah, I
park
love the
game.
national parks. I didn't know Canyonland was actually the name of
It's
it.
Canyonlands.
Oh, okay.
You just interrupted me before I got the
He
S
also,
on it.
I'm sorry.
He also went to Candyland too.
Wait, the blue football field's in Iowa. No, Idaho.
But I have no idea what city
Boise.
it's in.
Salt Lake City is the most populated city in Utah with 199,000 people.
Been there.
No shit.
West Valley City, 140,000. West Jordan, 116. And Provo with 115,000. Ogden, 87,000. They're number 8 on the list.
Are we really going through a list of the
We are going
population
through a list of cities.
Utah?
There's 100 and...
This is the educational segment of our program.
We are big in Utah, so we're just trying to give a shout out to our listeners in Utah.
Both of them?
Yes.
No, we got a couple more than that. 309 cities in Utah. Halls Crossing is last with 4 people.
That I don't think qualifies as a city.
Okay, well, a town.
Are they all married to one another?
I'm guessing.
So the Bob Studio is bigger than that.
Yes. Clear Creek is at 12 people. So just to give you know. Flaming Gorge,
Like the name.
72 people. So now you know more than just 2 cities.
I'm not sure I do.
I know.
I just
Flaming
kind of
Gorge.
phased out.
How many?
Might have to move a fantasy team to Flaming Gorge.
I like Flaming Gorge.
How many polygamy cults are there, though?
8,700 in Flaming Gorge.
Just one call.
Oh, they just went down to 0. Never mind. I guess they had a party.
Is it legal to marry multiple people in Utah?
Okay,
Because
now
they
look.
they had a Curb Your Enthusiasm where that was the theme of the thing.
Oh, that was awesome.
Legal, no, because it still falls under the U.S. Code.
That's what I thought, but
Unless
But they can get. I suppose technically you can get married within the church, but not as a legal marriage. But I think even though the Mormon religion is doing away with that.
what happens if you annex some land
They really don't.
and you say you're no longer like Pretoria in Family Guy?
You're not allowed to do that.
Aren't you?
They fought Peter Griffin to get Pretoria back.
Yeah,
didn't they?
but There's a town. Okay, there's a town in Utah called North Salt Lake. Really? You're not even original. That's
It's on the
A
South
lot of
Bank.
towns
It's on the South Bank.
21,000 people there. 21,907.
There's a city in Indiana called West Harrison.
Yes, there is. Yes.
So I'm sure it's the same theory.
Different towns.
Well, I think like the second largest city in like Nevada is like North Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It ain't Reno.
No, like North Las Vegas and Henderson, I think, are like 2 and 3.
So there you go. There's your fun facts about Utah, everybody.
Yeah, actually, that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode was one of the funnier ones. He's like, what's this polygamy thing? And the guy's like, no, I'm faithful. I'm married to one wife. At the end of the episode, he's out. He's getting married. It's good stuff, man. I like it. Good reference.
It shocked me because I'm like, that can't be legal. But they're talking like it's legal. Everybody knows
You
it's
should
legal.
see the Vice Channel's got that Escaping Polygamy TV show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's talking about weird and screwed up, but allegedly.
And to let you know, Jeff, Gary Shandling is not on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I don't know why I thought it was Gary Shandling instead
the
of
Gary Shandling show?
Richard Lewis.
Yeah, Richard Lewis. I can see you can get them confused. All right.
Gary's dead.
We were watching the Oscars, and he thought that Al Pacino looked like Gary Shandling.
Hoo-ha!
Like,
He may now.
I'm like, maybe at the end there when Gary Shandling was on, he's like, Gary Shandling's dead? I just watched him in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
They don't film them live.
Well, but it was like 4 or 6 years ago or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Gary Shandling died in 2016.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, we looked it up.
Wow.
Because I was so shocked, and then I looked up who was actually in it, and it was Richard Lewis, and I'm like, oh, I feel like an idiot.
Not a very good senator. Not a very good senator.
Richard Lewis?
Gary Shandling.
No, I feel Richard Belzer.
He's dead too, isn't he?
No.
I'm trying to confuse
I don't think
Scab
so.
Jeff.
No, Richard Belzer.
Is he back in Law and Order?
No, he did leave Law and Order.
Yeah, he
Okay. I'm confused.
munches
Richard
off
Belzer.
Law and Order.
Jeff. Yeah.
We're talking about
that's who you're
Utah
thinking
and
of.
polygamists
Curb
and
Your
cults and stuff. There is a new show going to be coming out. I think it was on Hulu, based on the John Krakauer book, Under a Banner of Heaven.
Okay.
I highly recommend reading the book, and then I'll check out the
What's it about? Polygamy?
Mormon at the Mormon church and like a murder for hire plot, and
Murder by Tabernacle.
Do they have magic underwear on?
where the guys who were head of the church and the guy who's running for mayor and stuff like that, they had people killed. And
Was it based on a true story?
yes,
Wow. You know, they should really look at other, like, nicer and less violent religions, like the Catholicism. I mean, that's a good one. Oh.
I mean, yeah, that's the good thing about like the Catholic churches. They didn't like send wave after wave after wave of people to go kill a bunch of Muslims.
No.
Well, you have to get there first. A lot of them didn't make it.
It was a peaceful war.
And no one suspects the Spanish. No one expects the Spanish.
That is true. That is true.
what are their main weapons?
The main weapon is fear. Fear and surprise are their two main weapons are fear, surprise, and an almost fanatical devotion to the Pope. Like, amongst their weaponry is fear, surprise, and almost fanatical devotion to the Pope, and nice little red uniforms. Bugger.
Who has the holy hand grenade?
Different movie.
Oh, yes, I have the holy hand grenade.
Oh, okay.
Fluffy pillows.
Ooh, that's quite nice.
Bring in the comfy chair.
Oh, the comfy chair. That was it.
Oh, they have soft cushions,
I
too.
forgot that.
Brother Maynard had the holy hand grenade.
Okay. Thank you. Oh.
As he read from the Book of Armaments.
Well, now that we offended Utah and every religion out there, welcome to the History of Bad Ideas.
I think we just hit on 2 of them.
It's true.
Yeah, there's plenty of more religions we can offend.
Anyways, moving on. We had a poll of the week this week. Who was your
Oh,
favorite?
so you're just going to start with Jim's. Hey, what'd you do this past week? And then
No,
you
we're
just
going to
leave
get
it
there. We're going to get there. Hold
Okay,
on.
fine.
Come. You know what? You weren't here last week,
Correct.
so shut the hell up.
And I didn't listen to the podcast either.
What's that sound mean?
It's all right.
Poll of the week.
There you go.
Who's your favorite host of the Oscars this year? Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall, or Scab Jeff? In last place, Wanda Sykes. Nobody voted for Wanda.
Wow. Sorry, Wanda.
In
What
third
were her skits?
she dressed up as Will Smith or as
She dressed
Serena
up
Williams.
as Richard Williams.
Yeah, at a certain point, I was like, why do we even have hosts? Like, they weren't even shown for a long time.
Well, that was the point.
Yeah, they never are.
They got away from actual hosts, and they're just
Yeah.
doing people to kind of run it a little bit.
Amy Schumer got
Presenters like Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer with 15%. And then winning 62% to 23%. And I have to say, this could be the host for next year. Scab Jeff, I've heard rumors you might be coming back. You might be hosting it next year.
Is that a floppy?
No, for the Oscars.
You know, I saw that controversial Oscar film there at the Scab Jeff facility there.
Yeah, well, that was the one that he got slapped with.
Yeah, I know.
And Jim got slapped. It was a sad day.
I saw that. It's the only Oscars that I saw.
So how about Amy Schumer
Yeah.
getting, like they talk about the bad joke, the tasteless joke that Chris Rock said.
Yes.
So online, Amy Schumer got blasted for her going out and talking about the seat savers.
Oh, yeah, and it was,
And she goes, and
She got blasted for that?
yes.
yeah, a lot of people online like,
Was it Kirsten Dunst that she moved?
yeah, she made Kirsten Dunst and sat down. next
That
to
was part
Jesse
of the
Plemons.
joke.
And she had to come out and say, Kirsten Dunst was in on it.
Yeah.
She knew what was going on.
Why are we
Jesse
offended by
Plemons
jokes?
didn't, but
Oh, he didn't know that was.
Yeah, his face was like,
That was my wife.
See, my theory is technology's gotten better. We've become a culture of simpletons who can no longer actually think for yourself and analyze effectively in regards to history, context, and everything else.
What?
So you see everything at face value, and there you go. You can't
could you
analyze it,
imagine
you
if
see it.
George Carlin and Richard Pryor were alive during social media heydays, like back when in their
God.
heydays?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or Red Fox. Yeah, Red
Oh
Fox.
God. Red
I
Fox.
mean, Jesus crikey.
I don't think the Honeymooners would be a show.
No.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Gigi definitely wouldn't be a movie.
No, Gigi would not be a.
Quit talking about Gigi.
I tried to explain that movie to my wife, and my wife was just looking at me like, "What? How is this made?" Like, I was like, "Don't ask."
It was the 50s.
thank heavens for little girls.
Oh no! Don't get out.
Thank heaven.
The apartment couldn't be made?
No.
No, not at all. It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's 2 Oscar winners.
Yeah.
Gigi and the
Blazing
Apartment.
Saddles. That one for
That didn't-
best film ever. I think.
No.
No.
That was Highlander.
Yeah,
My bad.
Highlander won for best
bad.
film ever.
My bad. My bad. Jim, go ahead. Since Blake interrupted me.
Yeah, go
What have
ahead.
you seen? What have you watched this week?
The Oscars.
Okay. Besides that, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Jeff, Scab, anything else you watched? You blew your chance, Jim.
All the movies up to the Oscars.
Well, I did see every single movie that was nominated for an Oscar, but since the Oscars, I've been watching Sopranos.
Have you
Again.
ever seen it before?
I've seen the whole thing.
Okay.
It's been a while. And there's a
been a
couple
while.
episodes that are just real good. A lot of them are just kind of slow and they seem like filler, but there are a couple that are real good.
You recommend going back and seeing it again?
Yeah, at least the Employee of the Month. That's my favorite episode.
With Dane Cook?
No, it's an episode of. Sopranos.
Do not see Employee of the Month with Dane Cook.
No.
I watched that one. I won't get those 2 hours back.
I watched it with you. Jessica Simpson.
Yep.
So don't watch that one. Watch the Sopranos one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is it less than 2 hours?
Yes.
Okay. Because the movie felt like 6.
I don't remember the movie.
Don't. They worked out like a Costco.
Was it one that you had to watch at the theater?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't have to.
I
watch
actually
that.
had high hopes for it, and by high hopes, it was like, oh, this could be funny, humorous.
Yeah, I was expecting some humor
Was Andy
to
Dick
it.
in that?
Dax Shepard.
Dax Shepard, that's who it was.
That's why.
Yeah. I like Dax Shepard. He was in Without a Paddle.
Boy, that's a real.
I will say Without a Paddle is funnier than it has any right to be.
Yes.
They had like 4 good lines.
No. Burt Reynolds was in it.
That's not necessarily a good
No.
Not old Burt Reynolds. If old Burt Reynolds is in your movie, that's not good.
You ever lather yourself up with Vaseline and just walk around? Only when I have third-degree burn, sir. That was from Striptease.
Oh, I did see the first episode of that pirate comedy on. Is it on
Our
HBO?
Flag Means Death.
Okay, can we talk about it? What did you think?
I only saw the first episode,
Okay.
and it wasn't great, but I could see how it might have potential. And
3 episodes you got to give it.
And I like half-hour shows because they're a lot easier to like squeeze in
Because
somewhere.
they're 23 minutes.
No, this one's 28.
But it's easier to squeeze it.
Yeah.
Like if you're, I got a half hour. What am I gonna do with a half hour? Because everything's an hour nowadays. So I like those half-hour shows. But
It's about a noble guy that gives up his life. We don't know why yet. Basically, his wife hates him. And then he goes off to be a pirate.
apparently he's a real person. I looked it up.
Really?
Oh, this is based off of a real person.
There's the pirate's name. That's a real pirate. He was a landowner who left and became a pirate.
But did you see the creators? They interviewed the writers and the creators, and they are very proud not to be historically accurate. So they may have taken the name, but not.
Taika Waititi.
Is that who created it, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blackbeard.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He directed the first episode.
Yeah, his name was in the credits and all.
Jeff, did you like
I
it?
don't watch the credits.
We have streaming services.
It's like watching commercials.
You mean you don't, back to the days of watching the films, you wouldn't sit through all the credits?
When I go to the Esquire I still feel rude when I walk out before all the credits are over.
I mean, that's why I love Marvel, is they have those post-credit scenes to make everybody stay through the credits.
That's right.
This film,
And Cohen won't leave, or my son won't leave movies until the end, just in case, because Marvel's spoiled him. No, it's not going to have. Well, let's
trained
just
well.
wait just to see.
there is a website that's is there an after credits scene basically.com, and that we always check, my son and I, when we go to see the movie, like, nope, okay, we're good. So
Don't do that. Just go and watch it.
Read the credits.
nah. So who else watched
Every time you leave the movie, you're supposed to know who the negative cutter was.
the negative cut? That's
Do
true.
they even have negative cutters anymore?
I don't know.
I always look for the best boy.
Oh, the better boy. I always look for the better boy. Jeff, did you like Our Flag Means Death?
I think I'm in the same boat as Morris over there. It had 2 or 3 light chuckles, but overall it was like...
Are you past the first episode?
I only watched the first episode.
I'm through 2.
I'm through 3.
And,
I'm going to finish out the season.
okay.
I mean, I like that Christian Arn is in it.
Which one to see?
Hodor.
From
Oh, the big guy? Okay. Okay. It was, the first 2 episodes were okay. Like, I'm hoping it gets better. Yeah, I'm kind of the same, but like, I'm hoping like it, because I like most of the cast in it.
You know, honestly, I think my biggest problem is with the lead. I didn't laugh at him.
You don't really connect with him. I connect with the other pirates.
But he was on...
Mutiny? Are we going to mutiny?
yeah, the stuff that he wasn't in, I enjoyed.
Yeah.
But, and it felt like... I don't know. He was just missing something. His delivery was just falling flat for me.
He's Nigel, the NPR character from the 2 new Jumanji films, just for listeners.
I like the guy who was in the movie Yesterday, playing the
What movie?
the movie Yesterday.
Oh, the movie Yesterday. Okay.
The one about the monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, I
The
got
main
you.
guy?
No, the guy who played his roadie.
Oh.
He's in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he is in that. Okay.
Which one was Yesterday? Is that the guy that he knows the Beatles existed but no one else did?
Yeah, the world forgets the music.
Yeah.
The world forgets.
That was a really good film. I like that film. I don't even like the Beatles.
That was Danny Boyle.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It was an original concept, I thought.
I
It was
enjoyed
well
it.
done.
I enjoyed it. Okay. Anything else real quick that we watched?
I'll give you something you don't have to watch.
Okay.
And
Does it have a Paris Hilton in it?
no,
Oh.
it has Mikey Day.
Okay.
Is it cake?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Is it cake?
I've seen a commercial for that, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
So basically, these bakers have to make something that looks like cake or like
real object.
real
Objects
objects.
that look like, and you have to just,
And you have to figure out, is this a cake that looks like a real object, or
yeah.
Is it the object? How good is it?
It feels like there should be a punchline at the end of a Saturday Night Live skit.
Dude, but the thing is, I've had cakes made like that to make look like real stuff. The icing on those suck.
Oh yeah. Is it the fondant?
Oh, they don't taste good.
It's fondant.
No.
Fondant tastes like ass.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like eating soft candle wax.
It's like when we watch Nailed It a lot. We love Nailed It.
Yeah.
And like they're like, whoa, you have to put fondant over this. It's like, oh, that's going to taste horrible.
Nailed it. Well, you
Yeah.
don't eat the fondant.
No.
It is edible.
It's
but-
edible.
It's edible, but it's not good.
Tasteless. Or,
Peel it off and eat the cake.
Yeah. So
then you don't get real icing.
No.
I mean, yeah.
Well, you get the real icing in the layers when you build the cake.
In
If
between,
they put
in between the sheet,
yeah.
Well,
sheets of
you
cake.
should.
In theory.
the worst is like when they make the the cakes that look like a baby or something for baby showers, and they're cutting their heads open. Have you ever seen that? It's like, what the hell's wrong with you people?
You always
Is
cut.
that
You
a
always
thing,
behead it
or is that
first.
like a
No.
nightmare that you had one day? Because
a
I've never
thing.
seen that. Like I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
like
I've
adult
seen, like,
people. I've never seen a baby.
Oh, I'm watching.
I've
it.
seen showers where they get the cake, a baby cake, and of course all they do is like they start the neck and like, "Eep."
Oh, God.
He's beheaded the baby.
See, I felt bad when I would eat baby cake, and I'd get the little baby in the cake, so that meant I had to bring the cake next
Oh, the
year.
king cake?
That's right, for the king cake.
Oh, I hate king cakes.
I love king cake. You mean you hate the concept of king cakes or what they taste like?
Both.
God, they are so good.
But the best
You've only probably had Walmart king cakes.
the best king cake, though, was one that somebody brought to work. It said, oh, we got a king cake. And everybody got a piece. We ate it, and there was no baby inside.
Oh, they didn't put a baby?
No.
Or someone swallowed the
Or
baby?
somebody swallowed it. I was too afraid to say it. Well, maybe that was the chunky thing I swallowed.
Was it the one time we went to a Mardi Gras party?
Yes.
And I probably ate a quarter of the king cake. Jim cuts off a little sliver and gets the baby.
It was literally like about like an inch and a half wide piece.
Perfect slice.
And I put the fork in. I'm like, God damn it, Jeff ate that half.
Where I get all my news from, BuzzFeed. Realistic baby cakes are the creepiest things ever.
Are they even realistic, though? They don't look like real babies.
Well, they're not crying.
They look like scary dolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
At
There you
best.
go, Scab. Isn't that creepy?
Okay, yeah, that one's creepy. That one looks like a real baby.
Here. There you go. There's somebody cutting it.
Through the head.
Like,
Skull.
why would you do
Why
that?
would you do that? That's horrible.
Lobotomy.
It's a great way to know which one of your friends is a serial killer.
Or a cannibal.
That's true.
Or both.
Or both.
That's what it looks like after you dig in. Look at that. It's disgusting. It looks like blood everywhere.
Can we just go back to eating sushi off of naked models?
Male or female, doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
As I
Skip the baby
posted
cake.
a meme on our Facebook page. If you have never been invited to a gender reveal party, congratulations, you've cut the right people out of your life.
Yes. Yes. If you never start a forest fire as a baby reveal party, that's a good thing, too.
Yeah.
So,
We talk about like baby cakes and eating cake. Remind me of the Chuck Norris joke that on Chuck Norris's birthday, he ate his entire 175-pound birthday cake before his friends could tell him there was a stripper inside.
time out. Let's go back to what you said. You were talking about baby cakes. Hey, baby cakes.
That was a babe cake. Not to be confused with baby cake.
That's a baby cakes.
You know, I saw one of those in Under Siege. Oh.
And just in case anybody missed it, he did say baby reveal party and not gender reveal party.
No, I said baby.
No,
Pause.
not you. He
Oh, he did.
did. He said,
We're having a baby!
baby.
Damn it, I had my money on dog.
The bounty hunter?
No.
Oh. Jim, what do we have here for, food?
Today we are going to try our Cheetos,
This is from the Pop Culture Cafe.
They
All
are-
Canadian food.
Hawkins Brown Cheesies.
Okay.
Made with real cheddar fromage.
As opposed to that fake cheddar.
Which is French for cheese.
Drunk some of those out. Okay.
Well, whenever it's the both French and English, I always think of that scene from Canadian Bacon where the John Candy pulls him over and they have all the Canadian slurs on the side of their truck, and he said, the law is you have to write it in both French and English, so he makes it write all the graffiti on the truck in French as well.
Fromage, that fine Quebec word.
Quebec. This is from the Pop Culture Cafe. They sent us some great food. We still have a lot more to go to. As long as we don't have, like, gelatin in a candy shell this week, I'm happy.
Well, we might, because we do have some crunchy candy bar.
Hopefully
And
there's a Turkish delight hidden in that.
and we got a Oreo egg that we're going to be busting open. So just let you guys know. That's from my wife. Okay, here we go. What are we eating? What is this called?
It's a Cheeto.
Cheesies.
Okay.
It's a Cheeto.
It's a little crunchier than a Cheeto or stiffer than a Cheeto.
It does seem
It's different than a Cheeto.
I think it's a little saltier, too.
I think I lost a tooth.
It is a little harder.
I actually think I like it better than a Cheeto, though.
I don't.
I'm not a huge fan of Cheetos.
Me neither.
It does have, like, a better crunchiness to it.
Exactly. I think that's what I like
Yeah.
about better.
Yes, it has a finer texture.
Even the crunchy Cheetos aren't as crunchy as these.
The powdered fromage in the aftertaste.
But it still is powdered cheese, which is...
The problem is
low
that
on
part of
marbles.
it is the Cheeto consistency, and part of it is like a hard pretzel consistency. So you're
Yeah.
biting through it, and it hurts your teeth because you expect it to go down as it starts to go down, and then...
I agree.
Still makes a mess on my fingers.
Yeah.
Fucking annoying.
I've just been wiping on the carpet.
Yeah, that's why I don't eat Cheetos.
That was your ass that you were wiping on my carpet. It's in the
Like a
boxes.
dog.
I actually do like this one. These are pretty good.
I
I'm
like
okay with it.
regular Cheetos better.
I like these. Just to let you guys know, the potato chips we had last week, the ketchup ones, did we talk about this? That they were the dollar store ones?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if that was during the telecast or afterwards.
The ones we said we liked better were the dollar store brand versus the Lay's.
I could eat some more of those. Those are pretty good. I like
Any
those.
ketchup potato chips left? Blake wasn't here last week.
No, thank you.
Yeah, we do.
No.
No, we
They
do.
actually aren't bad. They pretty much taste
All
like
right.
a
Try ketchup potato chip.
French fry dipped in ketchup.
Okay. I'll go ahead and try. I didn't listen to the podcast last week, and I didn't listen to one for the Batman because I can talk later about that.
The
I don't
Batman.
want spoilers.
I am the Batman. I did watch Halo on Paramount Plus.
Is it any
And
good?
So my son and I started watching it. He's never played the video games. So I will say, I know that the fanboys out there's a lot of people that are bitching about it.
so I would like it.
Yeah.
Is it better or worse than Red versus Blue?
Didn't they change something in the
Oh,
TV
that's a
series
tough
that
call.
upset the gamers?
So
Is his name Master
Is that what
Chef?
it is?
it is Master Chef. They misspelled and they just left it. So this show has been in development for like 7-10 years. Like they've been working on it for a long time.
And that's a warning signal.
Well,
it's in
passed
development
around.
for that long.
HBO had it. It was originally Peter Jackson was going to make a film about it. Then it went to HBO. Like it's been passed around. So I will say, like the graphics on it, like it looks like a kind of a. It does not look like an HBO Max film or show. It doesn't look like a Disney Plus special effects. It looks like a tier below that. Okay, so that's my one issue. And even like the sets kind of look like that. It's kind of like a tier below. Like it's not top quality. But overall, I enjoyed it. Yes, Master Chef does take off his helmet that everybody's bitching about. If you're going to get an actor, he's going to want to take his helmet
Who
off.
do you think he is? The Mandalorian?
Unless you get Carl Urban.
I mean, he beat me to the Mandalorian.
Oh, it should have been a woman like in Metroid.
There's women in it. There's a woman.
No,
I
The
mean,
main-
Master
main
Master
character.
Chef should have been Sam.
The aliens
Same
look
as
cool.
Master
The aliens
Chiefess.
look cool. The Covenant looks cool. There is that storyline that I start like I haven't played the Halo games in years, but like I played the first 3 when I had the Xbox, and then like the storyline started coming back to me like, oh, I remember this part. Like I remember that. I don't think it's that bad. I think
So it's actually based on the video game plot.
yeah. I don't know it's only one episode so far, so I'm not sure what they're going into. But
How many times does Master Chief die and then gets rebooted?
he does get shot a couple times, and then he does he goes behind a cover and then gets rebooted, gets recharged up. It does look promising. I think if your expectations are super high, like I said, I think the graphics are a little tier below what you're expecting from HBO and Disney. But overall, I enjoyed it enough.
But is it low as in they're trying to mimic the video game graphics?
No. It just looks like they didn't have as much money. They don't look bad.
So what?
But you can definitely tell there's a different quality.
It's a horrible blue
What
screen.
station did you watch it on?
Paramount Plus.
And then you brought up what you expect from HBO and
No.
Disney?
I'm talking HBO and Disney Plus have a better graphics, better CGI. I feel like those streaming services they pump the money into it. Paramount, I feel did not do that with this as much.
Kind of like the shitty CGI from Wheel of Time.
Oh, nothing was as bad as that.
Oh, yes, there was.
Yeah.
Well, at least in Halo, something happened. As opposed to Wheel of Time.
I heard, I have not seen Halo yet, but a friend at work said the first 15 minutes of it were awesome, and then the rest of the episode happened.
Yeah, there was some downtime. The first 15, 20 minutes is basically just one big battle. So that was kind of cool. But there is some political intrigue, the colonists don't trust the Spartans, which is Master Chef's group.
No, I hope it doesn't get political like Picard.
Well, that's what the films did.
Trade embargo?
Or these video games. No. But they also don't they don't believe the aliens are real completely, and then the aliens show up and kill everyone.
No secret clone army.
Nah, I can't tell you that.
So the aliens are a metaphor for global warming?
Yes. They just have lightsabers, though, so that...
That's why it's called...
You said they don't believe it, and then they show up and kill you.
That's why it's called Halo, subtitled Don't Look Up.
That's right. So,
Hey, potato chips with ketchup.
yeah, what do you think?
Good.
They're not bad.
However, there's a problem. I wouldn't want to eat potato chips that taste like French fries with ketchup, which is exactly what you guys described it as. I agree. If I wanted that, I would go get French fries with ketchup.
But potato chips are much cheaper.
And lazier thing to do, yes. It doesn't...
I really like these
they sit in the bag, and they can sit there for days. When you get your French fries, they sit there for 4 minutes, and then they're already
but they're really good when they're hot.
No, that's true.
True. Fresh.
I really like these cheesies. These are good.
And
For being what they are, they're I would say the best of that type.
They
of
traveled
snack
all the way
that
from
I like.
Canada.
I'll give them that, but that's not the type of snack I'm a huge fan of.
Are any of these stale because they were caught in the trucker convoy?
No, they got here pretty quick. I was shocked. Pop Culture Cafe, actually, they all drove it down.
Yeah, all those goods were sold at a discount because, it took a week or two getting old and stale.
I will say I'm waiting for the price to drop. So one of my neighbors, he has this warehouse where he just buys stuff in bulk, basically, and tries to sell it, right? And he makes a good living at it. But
does he have any Miss Cleo games?
that's who I bought them from.
I know.
I'll ask if he has any more. But he does have a mystery box of Amazon stuff. And it was $35. I was like, I can't do it for $35. But...
it's like Storage Wars.
It is. It basically is. But he does have a mystery box, and I saw some of it, some of the stuff in it. He didn't show everything, and it's not great stuff. But give me a night that I might be drinking, Jim. We might have a mystery box for the Hobie podcast.
Any Funko Pops in his?
No. I think there's reindeer antlers, not real ones.
Oh,
Damn it.
Baby cake. There's a baby cake in one.
I don't know what a baby cake is. I heard them talking about it. There was a long discussion, and apparently you get a baby. No, that's king cake.
That's king cake.
Okay, yeah. I know what the baby cake is now.
Okay.
I am back with the.
You know what, Scab? Here, take an Oreo egg. Okay, here we go.
Hey, where's my bribe for floppies this year? You didn't bring your bribe?
It's not even close to floppy time.
It's always floppy time.
Always close to floppy time.
What are you talking about?
That's a nice hat you're wearing.
Thank you.
Okay, we're having Oreo egg.
See, I'm excited about this.
My wife actually bought these for us.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Oreo egg with Oreo pieces.
Yes. So it looks like a Cadbury egg.
Looks like a Cadbury chocolate on the outside.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be some
Oh.
weird Oreo filling on the inside.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I was expecting more of a cream.
Uh-huh.
Mine has a cream filling.
Like a harder cream filling.
Oh.
It's like a white and chocolate
Like
cookie.
a cookies and cream.
Yeah, inside, but it's not creamy like a liquid.
It's a solid. It's not a gas or a liquid.
So what does it have to be?
Plasma.
Oh. I don't know about this.
No. I think it makes it better, actually.
I don't know
I was
about that.
fearing a creamy inside going, I don't know if I'm going to like that.
I don't know if I like this. Scab, what do you think?
I like it.
Eh.
I'd have preferred that it was just filled with the Oreo cream.
Yeah.
No, you need the pieces of cookie in it.
It's not bad, though. I wouldn't
Maybe.
buy it, but...
If you gave
You
me
don't have
another
to, your
one,
wife does.
Yeah, that's true.
I'd eat it.
Okay. Ooh. There we go.
I do not dislike.
You sounded like Dr. Seuss book there. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah. I think I'm just kind of meh with it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not bad,
Yeah.
but there's nothing about it that makes me want to go out of my way to get one again.
I
There
agree.
are better candies.
Yes. Yeah.
A Cadbury cream egg would be better.
Yeah. Let's not do the crunchies yet. We'll get
What
to
about a Cadbury Crunchy?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I'm looking forward to that, too.
Blake, why don't you do some listener feedback for us?
Sure. Now, see, the reason you brought up Twitter poll of the week, and I was like, hey, talk about it. Usually you bring the Twitter poll of the week when we're done talking about
Yeah.
shit.
I was doing things different this week.
Well, you got to give me a heads up, because I'm
Sorry.
not used to change.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
We fear change.
Be adaptable.
Fear change.
Don't look up.
All right, I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for tonight. So, listener feedback sponsored by, I don't know, I'm not a podcastologist. Anyways,
It's a weird advertiser.
number one,
What? What are you doing?
Big D,
Ape hands.
formerly known as.
7.
I think you screwed that up.
I told you I was unprepared.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Doug?
We always start off with yes.
Dad? Sorry, Frank.
He always delivers.
Even on the weekends.
That's right. He says, will you guys have extra security for the floppy awards to stop any slapping incidents this year? Well, hold on. I don't know. Hold on. Scab Jeff. Mm-hmm. You going to be there this year?
I'm always there. I'm going to get a floppy this year.
He's been at more floppy awards than you have, Blake.
I'm going to ask for extra security after being slapped at
Yeah.
the Oscar party, please.
That's a
I
good
think
call.
we're going to have to get the
I've been
intern
to
on
as many
that.
floppy awards as you have, Jason.
That's true.
I will say, I don't think we should have extra security because slapping is recommended at the flop.
Let's go, Jimmy. I'm Megan.
Ow!
Megan is never recommended.
4 out of 5 dentists recommend Megan.
No, they don't.
4 out of 5 podcasters?
So I want to congratulate
I need something else. It's chocolate.
Megan and her husband going down to Jamaica for
That wasn't Megan.
It was from
It was the official royal couple.
no, it was Megan and
Harry.
Harry. Were,
No.
Well, I was in Jamaica, Blake. Shut up.
No,
Wasn't
you
William and
weren't.
Kate?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, it was Kate, wasn't it?
Oh,
It was William and Kate.
Yeah, William and Kate.
Well, they went
yeah.
down to Jamaica and to kind of celebrate the
Yeah, the old Commonwealth visit that they
Commonwealth.
get every 30
and they
years.
get down there, and the prime minister's like, "Yeah, we want out."
Yeah, we're done with this royalty thing. Thanks.
That would have happened if I was there. I rule with an iron fist. Right?
What type of fist?
Iron fist.
Oh my God, you can't say.
Shut up,
iron.
Harry.
I think I need a divorce.
Shut up, Harry. I never liked your music anyways. Oh, you're not Harry Styles.
What do you think? You think it's Harry Styles?
I wish it was.
I am shocked that Jeff left the sound. Jason's microphone for all that.
I'm eating Pez.
Oh, good. I can keep going. Okay.
I'll be good.
Okay, what's next?
All right, from Nisi at Nisi72. Do you have a bucket list? Name one thing on it.
Home Depot. It says it on my bucket.
Wow.
Even Scab shaking his head at that one.
Well, let's move on because Jason just ruined that question.
No, come on. Who has a bucket list? Anybody? Anyone?
I would like to see all the Oscar-nominated Best Picture films of all time.
In person?
Nominated or winners?
Nominated.
Wow.
I'm close to all winners. I got like 15 left, but I'd have to pay for them on.
What about Gigi?
That was
Stop
part of my
talking
process.
about Gigi.
Sorry. Okay. Blake, you got anything?
I don't know. It's pretty rough to come up with something.
Okay.
I want to get to level 4 in Dungeons and Dragons.
Join us. Join us, Jim. Brian and I are on level
That
87.
would be interesting.
We're on 87.
We're starting back over at 1.
Oh, my God. You guys are so simpletons. Jeff, do you have anything?
No.
Okay.
Well, this is what happens when you're satisfied with your station in life, right?
I would like to visit every national park, even Candyland over there or Canyonland.
I have.
He's going to visit 12 and say, I was at them all.
No, I visited 1. I visited 1 national park.
Smoky Mountains.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I know what my bucket list is. Yeah, I want to get paid for doing the podcast.
Ah!
That's not in Hobie Coin.
Oh, damn it.
Well,
You've gotten Hobie coin. I still get IOUs.
I've been
That's just as good as Hobie Coin.
I've been to 2 then now with Smoky Mountain and New River.
New River.
It wasn't. Yeah, I've been there, but I don't think it was a national park. Have I been there since it's been a
No.
national park? Okay.
New River.
I remember the last time I went. I don't think it was a national park yet.
Great song.
Oh, wait, I got a new one. I want to be able to schedule a D&D session without having a problem.
That's like us getting to level 4.
What else you got, Chip Blake?
From the Pop Culture Cafe. And I can talk about this, but you guys can go first. Are you guys getting tired of Batman movies?
No.
Yes.
Still waiting for them to do the origin film, right? I'm still waiting. Still waiting. Haven't seen enough of those.
Is he the one whose parents get killed outside
What?
the theater?
Spoilers!
Oh, you gave it away!
Come on, man! Jeez. I still haven't seen it. The new one.
Oh, I thought you were going to do it this weekend.
It never happened. So
I haven't seen the new one either. But
I'm fine with it.
It
You can
has
spoil
from what I've seen of the trailers, it looks more like the Arkham video games, which I really like the feel of those.
that's what the new HBO Max series is going to be about, Arkham. They decided not to do the Gotham prequel, like the police. They're doing the Arkham Asylum
They
one.
couldn't hire anybody to play
They
police.
couldn't. Nobody.
They're like, I'm in for one episode.
Damn
Is this
it.
the one the show like that takes place like after the murder of Bruce Wayne?
Oh, was it Gotham Knights?
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, you know the billionaire that lives in Gotham.
That was Batwoman. No. You're talking about the HBO series?
Gotham Knights is I think
Gotham Knights is that's CW.
okay.
So I don't know if that's going to be.
I was just reading something about because like somebody was just hired to be in it or something, and then I started reading the story about it, and it said that the story takes place after the murder of Bruce Wayne.
So that's interesting.
Well, the intern shared it with us because apparently the actress who's in it is the girlfriend of the Hollywood hunk.
Oh, Ryan Nemeth,
Yes.
Dolph Ziggler's brother. NXT champion Dolph Ziggler.
Yes.
That's right, baby. Beat Braun Breaker. Yeah.
So what you're saying is Dolph Ziggler is an up and comer?
Yes.
He hasn't been he hasn't got a shot yet, so.
Yeah, it took me a moment. I thought you were talking about Dirk Diggler's younger brother. I'm
Yes.
like, what movie are you talking about, and why is he wrestling?
I would like to see like offshoots of the Batman films, like a Nightwing series, Gotham Knights. You know, I would like to see something a little bit different.
You mean like Titans?
Good offshoots.
Oh,
Jim and I are really getting through those seasons of Titans.
I went back and rewatched some of them, and
It's not horrible.
it's not horrible. I'm probably going to watch through these series, but I finished the first season, so
Blake, did you like Batman?
Yeah, all right. So I purposely avoided the podcast where you had Batman listed in the topics. But like we know, it doesn't necessarily mean that you guys actually talked about the
We
Batman.
talk about them.
So I avoided listening to that podcast because I wanted a uninhibited, I guess we can say, no bias when I go into it other than my
Okay.
own personal bias, right? So I'm not a big fan of Glitter Boy, although I'm going to have to say, after seeing him in The Lighthouse and a couple other things, and then this, I'm kind of starting to turn on the fact that he's actually a pretty decent actor. He's just like, in our DMs, you
Yes.
talked about he gets a lot of shit because he was in
Water for Elephants. Twilight.
Twilight.
But he's like
Harry
Leonardo.
Twilight.
He's Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic.
He could be if he keeps putting
Yeah.
out good stuff.
And
like Tenet.
and if somebody
Yeah, Tenet too. I liked him in Tenet as well.
if you're a young actor back in the day and they're like,
Yeah.
hey, we're making the #1 book series right now, Twilight, into a movie, everybody would jump at that
I'm in,
chance.
and it'll
50 Shades of Grey. People
it'll-
were jumping. Well, some of them.
it'll
Yeah, I'm
and
about to say, Charlie
Hunnanen did it.
Charlie Hunnam jumped out of it.
Yes.
and it'll launch your career.
Yes.
Especially with that
I don't
age
have a
group,
problem.
especially the age group that watched that series, loved it, and you can go on and keep doing anything you
I mean,
want.
he's
They're
not-
going to watch you no matter what.
It's not like he's Taylor Lautner. I mean, it's okay. I mean,
I'm still mad they killed him off in Harry Potter.
who?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, the Order
Was
of
he
the-
in it?
Order of
Yeah.
the Phoenix. Yeah, he was even in it then.
No.
And guess what? He was actually pretty decent in the movie too.
Yeah, so why are you giving him shit?
Although-
Because it's Glitter Boy.
Do you know who's much worse than him?
Yeah,
Kristen Stewart.
I agree.
She is so hot.
Oh god.
Academy Award nominee.
I'm getting ready to get
yes.
slapped for that comment.
Apparently, she's #1 on Scab's list.
Why?
She's so hot.
Really?
Not to be confused with Kristen Bell.
She's
Now,
pretty hot,
Kristen
too.
Bell, I can understand being #1 on someone's list.
Not to be confused with Tate.
I'll tell you what, Kristen Stewart, she's like one of those 50-50 things, right? Sometimes she's got a great look and she does look pretty attractive. Other times you're like, well, that's her?
You know Kristen
Exactly.
Chenoweth.
Sometimes
yeah.
she's attractive, and then she starts speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit-
Kristen Stewart.
Or she's in, like remakes of Mirror, Mirror on the Wall.
Cinderella?
Snow White.
Snow White. No.
Snow White,
Snow White and the Huntsman and stuff like that. And you're like,
She was
oh my
terrible.
gosh, horrible.
Snow White and the Huntsman.
It was horrible.
So
I'm not
terrible
saying
they
she's
didn't bring her
good in
back for
anything
the
that she
next-
acts in. I'm saying that she's very hot, and
Okay,
I would
there
like
you-
to have sex with her.
All right, there you go.
I'll see what I can do. I'll put a note to her agent.
Invite her to the Floppy Awards this year.
So is she a lot like Anne Hathaway? Sometimes you look at Anne Hathaway, it's kind of like, huh. Other times you look at her, you're like, damn.
Yeah. Well, if there's that one movie, she actually shows her boobs. And
She's like mostly naked throughout the entire
Love
movie.
and drugs.
And I had to.
Love and Other
I had to
Drugs,
keep
Les
watching.
Mis.
Yeah.
Was she naked in Les Mis?
No, not that. That wasn't it.
If she was, it wasn't pleasant.
Yeah.
Well, she was like the in
Jim
poor
Caviezel was
shape.
naked in The Passion of the Christ, too. Oh, sorry, brought that
But
down.
anyways, the Batman.
Oh, yeah. So you liked it.
Well, this was reminding me of the episode of The Office where they spent an entire episode trying to figure out if
Hillary Swank.
Hillary Swank.
That was just on yesterday. It was on a Comedy Channel yesterday. I shit you not. No, but anyways, the Batman. So you're right. The first time this comes out, I probably bitched about it on the podcast. Like, why the hell they got to do the Batman? But the people that make this shit, they know me. They know I'll go fucking watch it because
And
it's
you
the
did.
Batman. And so I went in there. I was like, all right, let's try and keep an open mind. Let's try, think about it. It's not Ben Affleck. I'm a big fan of Christian Bale's, in the Dark Knight series, and I'm like,
Tell me where she is.
And so I'm like, okay, good. So I started going into it. And the first music they start kicking off with is Nirvana, Something in the Way, and it's dark. And I'm like, all right. And you know what? I'll tell you what. I got sucked in the first about 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is different, but I like it. And I like how it's very dark, as you talked about, playing the Arkham video games. And the music is pretty good, obviously. And so they do a lot of good cinematography, a lot of good setting the tone, a lot of setting the mood. Now, my wife who was there, she was like, well, that just slowed the movie down. I was like, well, actually, I thought it fit pretty well for, even though it was for 3 hours.
Well, Peter Jackson did produce it.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
he didn't.
So at least they cut 3 other hours out.
Yeah.
The extended version. I want to see the extended version.
Give me the Snyder cut of it.
True. So the first thing I had to do is like, okay, Pattinson is Batman and Bruce Wayne. How's he going to go through this? And hey, you know what? He pulled the Batman stuff off. And as we had DMs and you talking, well, he didn't have to do a lot of Bruce Wayne acting. I was like, well, yeah, you're right on that part. It's easier to act the part when you're wearing a costume, than it is anything else. But I like the twist.
It's easier to act the part when it's in the script.
Well,
Bruce Wayne had
anybody can try and act the part, but you still got to do it.
Did he take his mask off every 5 seconds like Spider-Man?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
that's positive.
Yeah. I got to keep my identity secret. Here, let me take my mask
Yeah.
off.
No, he doesn't even take his mask. Doesn't even taken off when he gets knocked unconscious.
You told me that.
And the cops get around him, and then when they wait till he wakes up to try and take off his mask.
Yeah.
They're being polite.
Or, hold on, you're getting it from the Batman perspective. He's knocked out, and then all of a sudden he's back awake, and before they're probably having a discussion, hey, let's take his mask. Oh, hold on. But I do like Commissioner
But
Gordon.
they transported his body from the crime scene to the police station.
Well, how far was it?
It doesn't matter if it was 2 blocks. You take his mask off.
So who cares? How do you know Commissioner Gordon wasn't keeping him masked
They had probably
on?
seen The Dark Knight, and they knew they'd get electrocuted.
Thank you. To be fair, they
If
did.
they saw The Dark Knight, then they already know who he is.
To be fair, they did take his pants off.
or they weren't sure if they had their insurance
And then you
policies
hear
up to date.
Well, you hear in the background someone going, I think that's Bruce Wayne.
Well, Bob, you can get his mask or his pants. Let's do the pants. Damn it, Bob!
I think that's Bruce Wayne.
You did that with Green Arrow, and we never knew who Green Arrow was.
Yeah.
Who is Green Arrow?
I don't know.
That one
Only
guy.
we knew someone with that goatee.
It actually was shaved in down there, too. Who has that in Star City? Oh, well, that's Oliver Queen.
Abraham Lincoln.
Oliver Queen?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking, I kept thinking Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen.
Yes,
That's
it's
not
Steve
it. That's
McQueen.
not it.
That's ironically, that's what killed him. An arrow. Steve McQueen.
I thought it was a bullet.
Nope. Ah! I
I
got
thought
it.
Steve McQueen was still alive. I mean, he's still directing movies.
Wrong one.
I'm going with the talented one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Was that Steve McQueen or not McQueen?
McQueen.
At least the director has done more than like 3 films. Hack. What an actor.
But no, I like
James Dean, you're thinking. Steve McQueen did do more than 3 films.
You're correct, Jeff.
Jason's cinematic knowledge is second to everybody's.
I have nothing.
It's not like you do a podcast talking about movies for like 8 years now.
I haven't had original thought in 12 years.
And when we do talk about the movie, he hasn't seen it.
Yeah. So anyways,
You should really see A Clockwork Orange, though.
shut up.
Didn't we get you a poster to help you with this? You got to watch the movie and scratch it off.
Going back to my
square.
Jesus.
For some
Anyways,
reason, he crossed off a Clockwork Orange.
100 movies.
I saw
bucket list.
Clockwork Orange. Anyways, did you see the Batman? Did you like it?
Yes, I liked it.
Long story short,
I went in.
Put
And you know
story
what?
time over this
Yeah.
part.
I can find that.
I liked it. It was good. I think the Riddler spin was very good. Of course, bringing in Zoe for the Catwoman spin was very good and different. Of course, I thought all the characters were very nice. And Paul Dano's Riddler, and there was a very good intense scene where he's in he finally gets him. He's in Arkham, and he's talking to the Batman. And that conversation there was pretty good because it's like, oh, does he not? Does he not? And then it's revealed, and then he steps forward. I'm not going to completely talk spoilers for you.
But the Riddler, he did not have a green suit on with question marks. It is not realistic.
Nor a top hat.
Yeah, I don't like this. Don't like it.
Penguin had no top hat.
Don't like it.
Sorry.
Well, that's fine. Paul Dano did an excellent job in that one.
Give me the Jim Carrey version.
Well, they talk about what would have been very nice is the birth of was the Riddler origin story. And, that kind of gave inspiration to this, and in addition to the actual comic book that this one is built off of. But you think about it. I mean, you could do a good Riddler prequel to this if you wanted to.
Well, they're doing a Oswald Cobblepot film or TV series on HBO.
Oh yeah,
Cobblepot.
But the one thing I did find
It should be called Riddle Me This.
Wasn't that about the magicians trying to steal something? Riddle me this.
No.
No.
What was that? Trick me if you can.
Wow. Now you're making me forget. Now
Catch me if you
now
can.
You see
Nope.
me. Now you see me.
Now you see me. Okay.
Catch Me If You Can, a completely different movie.
Again, Jason.
I knew it the entire time. I was just waiting for him to come up with more and more crazy ones.
I'm very disappointed, though, that the sequel wasn't Now You Don't.
No, it's Trick Me If You Can. So, anyways, long story short, you liked it.
I only have one problem with the plot, and it was like, and I don't want to spoil it for you, Jason, but I didn't know how Dano's character knew everything. They never really explained how he knew all of the stuff that he did. Well, yeah, he was training to be a forensic accountant, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but...
I work with forensic accountants. They're pretty damn smart.
And I watch an FBI TV show with forensic accountants. They are.
They are really smart. I mean, they can talk to you for like an hour, and you're like, yeah, could you just dumb it down for me? Oh, yeah, it's this and this. Oh, well, thanks.
Are they better accountants than the Gimp?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
They're pretty damn good.
So they must be pretty damn good.
Forensic accountants are pretty good.
But the riddles, always 2 layers to them, which is pretty cool. I was looking at Alfred, and I'm like, I know this guy from somewhere.
That's Andy Serkis.
Yeah, it was Andy Serkis.
Gollum?
I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh shit, that's Gollum.
Smoke.
And Snoke. Yeah,
Snooky.
exactly. So he, even him in there was pretty good, even though he didn't have a lot of screen time. But
Crap, I forgot his name in the Marvel universe.
Claw. Ulysses Claw.
the Claw.
And then you're dead.
Yeah.
He served his purpose.
Finish this up here.
And there is a screen credit in the Batman.
For what?
It's not a scene, but it's actually in the credits themselves at the end.
Okay. Jason
There
C.
you go.
Brown in it. What else we got?
No,
So-
Barry Keogh? or who plays the...
Guillermo.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? Who's in? I can never pronounce his name. Kehoe? Is it Kehoe? I can't pronounce his name.
Keegan.
Michael
There's
Keaton.
a G, but is the G pronounced as a G or is it?
Is it Keogh? Michael Keeg? I don't know. Do we have a Celt in the room?
Kegel?
Any Celts? Celts?
No,
Damn it.
Welsh.
but he's
Close.
he was in the
Eternals?
Yes, thank you. God, every word is leaving my brain today.
Yeah. I hate it when that happens.
But they
Happens
did
a lot.
they did say that Joker scene that you can watch on YouTube, they said it is good that they cut it out of the movie. And I would agree because it makes the ending a lot better.
I didn't even realize he was supposed to be the Joker.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, the scene was 16 hours long, so we've just added more to the film. So.
I thought he was supposed to be Two-Face.
I heard that people were thinking it was either Joker or Two-Face.
But am I
Joker.
Yeah, they came out and
Clayface.
flat out said it was Joker.
yeah. Am I looking forward to the next 2 in this series? Yeah. Even though I bitched about them rebooting it again, but
shocked.
I liked it. And you know what? In 10 years when they do it again, I'll fucking go see it again.
What else we
But
got?
this time, when they reboot it again, it's just going to be a black screen because they can't get any darker.
Is it Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it's going to be the last season of Game of Thrones.
That's all they're going to put up there.
I saw another good Game of Thrones. The Nightwalker spiral represents, the entire Game of Thrones ending, putting the series going down the drain. It's like you had to wait 10 seasons for that. All right. So, anyways, beside a geek, what's the one Oreo flavory? I'm sorry. What's the one Oreo flavory you would not try?
Jim.
God.
I wouldn't eat that either. Shrimp and Jim.
Yeah, that wouldn't taste good to anybody. So, besides that, what other flavors? Blake?
Shit.
I don't think Oreo's going to make a shit flavor.
They're not going to make a Jim flavor.
They may. They may. They may. Scab?
I think I actually looked at this and came up with something, but I completely forget. But in my head, I'm thinking of those jelly beans where they put the fake.
Oh, yeah, the nasty one.
Jelly Bellies, the
like puke
Party Bots ones.
or
Turkish
fart.
Delight Oreos would not be good.
Oreos would be terrible.
Instead of the cream, it's just that gel.
Yeah. I think
Ironically, that's called a gym.
Yeah.
I was going to say sweet potato casserole.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Chicken.
I would try a chicken one before a sweet potato casserole.
Yeah.
And before a Turkish Delight.
And before a shrimp and Jim one.
But not just a gym one. What the fuck's wrong? What are we doing here,
I
guys?
have no idea.
Telling inside jokes that none of our listeners
Moving on. What else we
understand.
got?
About 3 of them do.
Professor number 1. What do we got?
There's only 5 questions, but this lasted 35 minutes. This one from Professor Number 1 and Doctor Number 1. If you could slap one person on national television and get away with it like Will Smith, who would it be?
Not answering that question. So it can't be used against me.
Hi, Jim.
So the-
Jason's going to say Jonathan Lipnicki.
No. He will kick my ass.
No, you get away with it. That was,
Oh. Yeah, that fucker. Let's do that. Jim.
I got a good answer for this
Yes,
one.
please.
I'm sure the intern here would agree with me. It'd be Pete Rose.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Blake, you got anyone?
If I gave the name away, it wouldn't be a surprise.
Okay. Do you think your wife would pick you?
Probably.
Okay, just checking. My wife probably would.
Pick Blake?
Yeah. My oldest son would. He keeps messing up my Fortnite.
That's right.
I don't know. You were just watching him tonight.
Yeah, I was just
that sounds
watching him. I was
creepy.
just watching him play Fortnite.
That's crazy.
Well, you weren't watching him. You're watching the screen.
Yeah, I was watching the screen. I wasn't watching him.
directly in front of him.
He's lucky I wasn't gassy.
Jeff, give me some news of the geek music.
Ba-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Thank you. News of the Geek. Per USA Today, where Scab gets all of his news, Pixar's latest film has some parents turning red. Upset or embarrassed that the anime coming-of-age film makes references to, you ready? A woman's period.
Oh, my Lord. How did this movie get made?
I don't know.
They've been listening to Jason's ideas for
Coming-of-age stories.
coming-of-age stories.
Turning Red tells the story of Mei Lee, a 13-year-old Chinese-Canadian, honor student with adorably dorky confidence. Saw changes when she marks her womanhood by poofing into a giant 8-foot red panda whenever she gets excited, angry, or overly emotional, a metaphor for adolescence and puberty. While the film shows these changes are not something to demonize, thank you, some parents found issue with the topic being brought into a children's movie. Quote, I would not feel comfortable allowing our oldest daughter, age 7, to watch this movie because she wouldn't understand what's happening to the girl. So it wouldn't affect her. Definitely not appropriate for a 7-year-old who has truly no concept of puberty or what even that means, one user posted to Facebook.
Wait, we're talking about turning into a panda?
Yes.
And the kids aren't understanding what's happening to her. She's turning into a panda. Am I
she
going to
hit
turn
puberty,
into a
right?
panda?
She had puberty, right, Panda?
Puberty, and she has her period.
Oh, what's that?
To which my wife
I don't
said,
know. I
the whole film is a metaphor about their periods.
Yes.
Like the turning into a panda at different times of the moon and all that stuff, like different times of the month. And like
So
once
she's
a month.
lycanthrope?
Once a month. Once a month.
So is
At the
it
full
based
moon?
on the "Are You There, God? Is Me, Margaret" thing?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
I don't think it is. We watch all the way to the part where the mom brings in ibuprofen and pads. So 20 minutes. I am absolutely mortified. Mortified. Fuck you.
I am mortified that my daughter might know about what's going to happen to her body.
Luckily, my child was clueless. Oh, well, that's... I know that's what she meant, but at the same time, my daughter's an idiot now. It's safe to say that I've learned my lesson about reading movie reviews before I let my boys watch another shared. What? While parents may be caught off guard by curious kids asking questions about puberty or periods after seeing the film, no, don't do that. The experts say the real issue is not talking about the periods as well as the social stigma. Dr. Robin Miller, interim chief of adolescent medicine, not good enough to be a real chief, and pediatric and adolescent gynecology at Namor's Children's Hospital of Delaware, deals with periods every day. Quote,
were you saying Delaware? I mean, that's the easiest word in the sentence.
I don't think the periods are talked about on a consistent basis in households, and I think that oftentimes people just aren't aware. It's nice to give them the tools they need to really deal with the things. They handled it fine. Like, most kids are not going to know what this girl, the mom, is bringing in, and it's like they don't focus in on the pads. Like, she
So
brings
you
it
have
in.
seen it?
Yeah. And
He hasn't seen the Batman, but he watches these period pieces.
the Turning Red's on a streaming service I have. It's easy.
Period piece.
I like that.
Yes. Let's see here. And while it may feel like a big topic, Miller adds, what's more overwhelming for kids is not having any of this information as they start bleeding. So there you go.
I mean, we could just start him out with Carrie, I guess.
I would disagree with some of the statements in here. If you've had young girls, you brought them up, you've talked about this.
Yeah. Apparently, these people haven't.
Their daughter's just going to go to the bathroom and what the fuck is happening?
I'm dying!
I mean, I could see in some extreme cases or whatever.
Polygamy.
The ones that are outside the norm,
Yeah.
right?
Utah.
But give me a break.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like, and again, my daughter who's 8 watched it. She didn't catch that reference. Like, none of it.
No, and she shouldn't. She's 8 years old.
Yeah, she's not
It's
gonna
just
catch
a
it.
pink. It's just a red panda at the moment.
Yeah.
And then when she gets older, when your wife has that talk
Yeah.
with her,
It's going to be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But like my
I mean,
wife said,
you can too, but
Yeah.
preferential.
I prefer her to know that
exactly.
talk.
From a man perspective,
Yes.
you would prefer that.
Yes.
You can sit in the next room or just sit there and you go, yes.
I'll be at the bar with Jim. He's going to be my therapist that day.
Hold on, text me when you're done, honey. I'll be back.
My wife has to talk to my daughter about periods. This is so rough.
If only there was a movie I could have showed her.
Give me another beer.
Jim, if only Turning Red didn't corrupt her. Damn it. Fuck off.
I think this kind of goes back to what Blake hinted on earlier about today's society. People are just idiots.
Take things at face value,
Yeah.
and that's it. You can't process anything.
You can't
You're
research anything.
Oh, you can't research anything.
No.
No, of course not. No.
Even though it's the easiest in the world to research anything.
Well, unless Google's blocking it.
Damn you. Then we have Oscars. Okay.
Oscar recap.
Do you know who won,
that's
Jeff?
right,
Do we
that's
know who
right.
won?
We're only a page and a half. I'm like, man, we are short
Will Smith.
tonight.
Huh?
Will Smith won.
Okay.
I didn't see that Oscar recap. It's just
Yeah.
2 words,
Oscar
and it's going
recap.
to take 20 minutes. All right, Scat.
So I'm going to take that. Here we go. For song, you picked. Do we have winners here?
I know.
We know
know.
winners.
Yes.
We have song.
Yeah, I do.
You picked.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
Can we at least open that crunchy bar so I can chew on it while you guys are going over this?
We're having crunchies, which is sponge toffee.
It's Cadbury Crunchies.
It looks
Yeah.
disgusting.
This is more Canadian candy.
But I like toffee. Oh, thank you.
Jason broke his.
I don't know if I'm trying that. That looks nasty.
It looks like an aged Fifth Avenue.
Oh, so there's hookers and drug dealers there.
All wrapped in chocolate.
Yeah. Okay. This looks like sand. It looks like sand. Okay, so for song, we had Jeff picked No Time to Die,
And I won.
and he was correct.
That's what lost me the... He picked No Time to Die, and I went with the Encanto one, thinking that Lin-Manuel might get the EGOT, but...
Documentary feature, you picked Summer of Soul,
That
or When
won.
the Television Could Not Be Televised. What did you say?
That one.
That did win. Is that the Questlove one?
Yes. That's the one they were giving out when the slap happened.
Oh, yeah. Not that I like Michael Moore, but I did like his tweet. It always is the documentary people that cause the problems. Visual effects, Dune.
Dune 1.
And Dune 1. Says 3 for 3.
I said that was good visual.
Yep. I don't know what happened, but it was good visuals. Makeup and hairstyling. Eyes of Tammy Faye, that did not win.
Yes, it did.
win.
Yes, it did.
What did Cruella win? Cruella won costumes.
Costumes.
Costumes. Okay.
The Eyes of Tammy Faye, did that win the makeup artist?
Yes.
Yes, that's what we just said.
Jason was speaking, so he didn't know
That's
what
right.
I
didn't understand. Yeah, I was tuning you out.
Animated feature, I was shocked by this. Encanto won. It should not.
Mitchell's versus the Machine. It was trending at the end. I think it was probably close.
I really wanted Luca.
Mitchell's versus the
would've been
Mitchell's
fine with
versus
that.
the Machines. One
And
of
I
the
like
top 5
Encanto.
of the year, probably.
I like Encanto, but it's not like the other ones were much better. Best Supporting Actress, you had Ariana DeBose for West Side Story.
She won.
She won.
I did read something interesting.
Just one thing?
Just one thing.
Oh, okay.
It said all of the Latina Oscar winners all won for playing Anita in West Side Story.
So 2?
2. Her and Rita Moreno. Yep.
Wow.
Really?
I mean, I didn't go through and double check to make sure a Latina actress hasn't won for something else.
You want to talk about unconscious bias? Jesus.
Best Supporting Actor, you had Troy Kotsur.
He won.
He won.
I'm at 100% still.
You are.
Did you see that he did the dialect for the Sand People in the Tuscan Raiders? Yeah, he did the sign language. Like, he created it.
Oh, cool.
I saw what you were doing there, Blake. But yeah, he did do he created the sign language, and he wanted it to be different than American Sign Language. So he created it. It was good for him.
So it's Tuscan Sign Language.
Yeah. Best Actress, Jessica Chastain for The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
She won.
She won. Whoa! You might be 11 for 11.
Nope, I missed Best Picture.
Best Actor, Will Smith, King Richard. He slapped a bitch, and he won. I feel like after he slapped Chris Rock, which was the most insane thing I think I've seen in a long time.
When we saw it, we all thought that it was scripted until they started bleeping things.
Yes.
And then we're like, wait a second, was that real?
Did you see the one picture? Chris Rock had his hand clenched like he was going to punch him back, and he didn't. Good for Chris Rock.
Oh, he handled it so well.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went back up there and
Because he's a talented stage performer.
Yeah.
Because when you're on stage and things go wrong, you keep moving forward.
And
Just keep on moving.
And years and years of therapy handling anger management.
Yeah, that too.
but you also figure, like, what you saw with Will Smith, not to go too far into it, but, like, when he's sitting there yelling at the table, like, that's the real one, right? Because everything else is fake. Like, his fake fucking laugh and all that throughout the whole
Yeah.
show is his fucking piece of shit fake self. And then when he's there yelling, it's like, that's the real one.
I
That's
thought
the real one.
when I went to go look at him after you guys tweeted it,
Jesus, damn it.
or DM'd it,
Yeah.
I said when I went to look at him, I was like, man, I bet Chris Rock was he was taken by surprise. I bet he was coming up because he was thinking Will Smith was going to do something funny.
Yeah.
You know, you don't expect to get hit. And then
It slaps.
that wasn't a slap. That was an open palm strike.
It's still a slap. It's harder, I get it, but...
It was
there's a difference,
paper
man.
beating rock.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. But, fuck him. And then he did that fucking speech on... First off, he should have been kicked out. He should have been escorted out, which they talked about, they said.
I think Chris Rock should have filed charges, and about 9 white cops should have come in and taken him out.
That would not have gone well. Wow. Get out.
Taking who out? Chris Rock?
Will Smith.
Oh.
Because you know how that would have played out.
Moving on.
I think my favorite I know there's tons of memes, but my favorite I think was they had the Impractical Joker saying, now walk up and slap Chris Rock.
That's good.
Yeah, when my wife and I were watching it, and I was like, we were both falling asleep. We were watching it in bed, and we were both like falling asleep. And then next thing you know, she's like, what the hell just happened? Like, did it stutter? Like, did the TV freeze? I was like, that didn't freeze. Like, they're stopping it. And then that's when he's cousin, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, and whether you think the joke is tasteless or not, it doesn't matter. Like, you're a fucking actor. Shut up and just move on, or talk to him afterwards. That I've never seen anything like somebody get up and just do that.
Oh, it was
Even if you
terrible,
want to yell at
joke.
him from
Yeah.
your chair is better than physical violence.
Yeah.
Again, there is prior history on Chris Rock making a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yes.
The other joke wasn't necessarily about Jada. It was
Well, she did boycott the Oscars.
she boycotted the
boycotted the
Oscars 4 or 5 years ago, whatever.
In 2016, and Chris Rock was the host,
Yes.
and he brought it up, saying, yeah, people boycotted, and one of them was Jada Pinkett Smith, who,
Jada boycotting the Oscars
is like me boycotting
Rihanna's
underpants.
We weren't invited.
We weren't invited.
And how thin-skinned is Will Smith that he's still pissed off about that?
And she's kind of is too, because she's
Yeah.
the one. Will Smith was laughing it off, and he looked over at his wife, who rolled her eyes and was making a.
Yeah.
I want to know for the people who think that what Will did what was justified.
Honor. Yeah.
What would they have done if when Regina Hall made a joke about Jada Pinkett?
Yes.
If he would have got up and slapped her, how would
Yes.
that have went over?
Yes.
Well, I think it.
Because she did earlier in the night.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
What was her joke? I forget.
Her joke was making fun when she was getting all the guys coming up on stage to be tested for COVID, and got to Will and said, "Oh no, wait, you're married. Oh wait, Jada signed a pass for you or something."
Because
They have a very open marriage.
Well, yeah, when you think about it, Jada throws a lot of stuff out there, and she's a very public person.
Yeah.
So guess what? When you have all that stuff out there and you willfully share it, people are going to go to it for resources and materials,
Yeah.
right? Even if you're just fucking around, roasting people in the front couple rows, Ricky Gervais and kind of stuff.
But it was a medical condition that he made the joke about.
So there are a lot of people make jokes about medical conditions and everything else
The
too.
problem
It wasn't
was,
even a good joke, though.
Yeah,
That's
the
a-
problem
Yeah,
was,
it was
it was a dated 20-year-old G.I. Jane joke.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
That was funny.
Yeah, no,
Now, if he would have walked up and said, "Don't make jokes about terrible movies," instead of "keep your wife's name out of your fucking mouth,"
yeah.
then maybe people could have understood.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was a tasteless joke. I agree. For me, I'd probably leave people's medical conditions off of my list of things to joke about. But on top of that, don't you think that just sums up the insanity for the past 3 years? I mean, you got a fucked up, election process. You got whack jobs on the left and right. You got people freaking out about COVID. You can't travel on an airplane without somebody fucking freaking out. And it's like this. It's like in the zeitgeist of just weird, violent people going off the hook shit, right?
He obviously, and the issue is too, he didn't help himself with his fucking speech for Best Actor. That was the most awful speech. Oh, love will make you do crazy things. No, love and violence is not the same thing. Like, no,
Oh,
fuck
and
him.
his apology too. He started like, "I am sincerely sorry to Chris Rock, but you kind of deserved it. Oh, I'm so sorry." Like he put it in that line. Like I did.
He
it
didn't even
because you
apologize
did
to
this.
Chris Rock in his speech.
No, he didn't.
No, he did.
It was the next day,
Next
but
day he
yeah.
apologized.
Yeah.
Wait, he said Chris Rock deserved it in his apology?
It's something
Right.
about going after his family or something,
Yeah,
like defending
but
it.
I just couldn't. I just couldn't let it slide when you went after my family
Yeah.
like that.
It's like,
but
fuck you.
still, I'm sorry.
But he let it slide when Regina Hall went after his family like that.
I
still think medical conditions
yeah, but it was just
worse than open
I
relationship.
like to see him like just walk up there and just slap him. You're like, what the hell am I watching here? Like, how is that happening?
But what about like somebody making a short joke to Peter Dinklage?
True.
They do it all the time, and no one's
Yeah.
offended by it. Somebody making fat jokes about like John Candy or
Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson. That was allowed. That's allowed. Those are medical conditions.
Well,
Do they really make I'm not sure I've
They make
seen
short jokes about Peter Dinklage.
short jokes like in
Call me Elf one more time.
well that's in the
Still written though. I mean, somebody came up with it.
I mean, look at Space
well that was
Pants.
part of the character though.
Space Pants.
Anyways, moving on. Best director. Sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
but this then sets a horrible precedent for stand-up comics who make
Yes.
things. Is it okay for anybody to walk on stage and slap people now?
Do you feel like maybe Chris Rock just lost a slap bet a couple of years ago, and this was the
No, if
culmination of
that's
it?
true, they need to release that.
Yeah.
But it is true. Like, there's a lot of comedians said, "What happens next time somebody comes up?" Like,
Yep.
Well, look at the social media and stuff where comedians or people are approaching the stage because they're upset about jokes that the comedian is talking. It's like, well, why are you there in the first place?
yeah.
Then you need to leave. If you're
I didn't think you were
offended-
funny to begin with. Why are you here?
Yeah, if you're offended, leave. You don't have to stick around and listen.
Saw a documentary. Now I can't remember which service
Heckler.
it was. No, it wasn't called Heckler.
Oh.
It was about how comedians are just pretty much can't tell jokes these days, and they kind of go in the history with what's his name, the old time comedian who got in trouble for upsetting
Lenny Bruce?
Lenny Bruce.
So they were showing like this is what happened to Lenny Bruce, and this is what's going on today, and it's like when Lenny Bruce is doing it, the police were the ones that were busting him. Nowadays, the police, there's nothing you're doing is illegal, but like culture is putting you down. And then they had somebody, it was like a college student in Washington, did a play that he pretty much advertised. This is offensive. We will offend every group you could possibly think of. Do not show up if you are offended.
South Park.
And people, showed up to protest, and then caused a scene and a commotion. The cops shut it down, and it's like we're told you don't come here, and not that they feel that it's their
I
right
disagree.
and duty.
That's right. I disagree with you, so I must cancel you and shut
Yes.
your opinion up.
And it's like I'm not coming out into the middle of the square to offend. I'm telling you here and now. You walk through these doors. This stuff's going on.
If you're going to pay $2, was it a student production or
was.
free? If it's free, you don't have to go in either.
Do you think it's because Dane Cook was in it?
Dane Cook was not.
Oh, okay.
But most comedians stopped doing college tours. It
Yeah,
used to be a big thing. College tours.
Yeah.
Do those
You can't tell
anymore.
jokes on
College
college
campuses
campuses anymore.
Yeah.
I
read an article from a mid 20-year-old guy basically criticizing Jerry Seinfeld's comedy. And I was just like, you go, guy. Go ahead. Keep telling, whatever. And it's just like,
Seinfeld might be the easiest.
yeah, it's like, you know what? It's stupid. I can't. I don't even want to talk about it.
All these people that are getting offended, most of you will call you liberals or whatnot. It's like, when the ACLU is against the liberals, maybe you should think about what you're doing.
No. When the ACLU is not against the liberals, that's when you have to be very concerned. Actually, man, I'm going down the hall. ACLU has actually changed its policy in the past year or two. They are no longer the beacons of free speech and all that kind of stuff. So that's all I'm going to say.
In that documentary, that's exactly the ACLU are the ones trying to, stop the people from ruining the comedians, and we're supporting the comedians.
They don't do that much anymore. Go listen to the former president of the ACLU, and you'll learn some interesting things in the past couple of years. Anyway.
Down the hall.
Yeah.
So, anyways, then for Best Director, you picked Jane Campion for The Power of the Dog, and you won. Yes.
Yay! Happiness! Let's bring it up! Woo!
And you were wrong on The Power of the Dog for Best Picture. How dare you?
So I missed one?
10 out of 11, your best score yet. The first year we did this, you had 32%.
Yeah, I remember. You've gotten better over the years.
Yeah.
Good job, Scab.
This time I actually looked them up before I came into the show.
Good job.
And I've actually seen them all.
Okay. We're going to skip box office news since we're running a little late here.
A bunch of movies made a little bit of money.
Somebody screwed up on the top 5. It shouldn't be an award show host this week, right?
That's not on my...
Oh, that was last week. Sorry, I was looking at it wrong. Morbius comes out this week, Jeff.
It does.
Nobody
But
gives a
You
shit.
said we were skipping that.
Yeah.
No.
Top 5 shocking TV moments.
Oh, wait. Morbius comes out on April Fool's Day.
That is a shocking moment.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Stop seeing Spider-Man.
Oh,
Thanks, Brian.
Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 21st through 23rd through 25th. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. Hobie will be there. William Shatner will be there. And Adrian Barbeau.
Chris Claremont.
Yep. We got some really good ones there. Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 23rd through the 25th. Come and see us. We'll be happy, and we have lots of great prizes this year. So there you go. Got some vegan chips I'm going to give away, too.
Oh, yes. Vegan chips.
Top 5 this week is shocking TV moments in honor of Will Smith and Chris Rock.
Shocking.
Scab, what do you got for number 5?
I went with the Challenger explosion. I was in.
I was number 3.
I was in second grade.
Put it on the
I
board.
was watching it on TV, and I just remember the teacher not knowing what to do.
Yep. We were watching it in biology class. I was in high school, and that thing blew up, and I was just like, what the fuck? Because that was the teacher in space, right?
Yeah.
That was the teacher in space one. Yep.
Or it wasn't the teacher.
Oh.
Wow. Maybe the sky. Let's see here. Number 5 for you, Scab. Or
Maybe
Blake.
Stratosphere.
Stop it. Number 5.
Now I'm offended.
Oh,
No, we're going to get protested. All right, so here you go. Top 5 shocking moments on TV.
Yes.
Mostly, I had to see it on TV.
Okay.
So this is pretty easy. Number 5, Browns beat the Steelers in the playoffs in 2020.
That was shocking.
Actually, the very first play, really shocking.
Number 5 for you, Jeff.
Number 5 for me is Rosalind Chase falls down an elevator shaft on LA.
How do we kill a character off?
I did not see that coming.
Elevator shaft.
Dreaded elevator shaft.
They come out of nowhere. Number 5 for me was Janet Jackson, the boob gate.
Oh, I forgot about Boob Gate.
That was just like, what the hell just happened?
I went for a restroom break during
Yeah.
the halftime show, and everybody was like, "You won't believe what just happened," and I'm like,
We were at
missed
yours.
It was my apartment, yeah.
Well, you know, if you had a Playboy, you've seen that
Yes,
before.
yes. But how dare you? That's when censorship started getting worse in the early 2000s. Number 5, Jim.
Kanye West on stage yelling at Taylor Swift.
That's a good one. What's your number 4?
I'll go.
Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Nah, I only did one Kanye.
Oh.
I will go. I Hobie this one with Joe Theismann, Kevin Ware, Alex Smith,
Crumb Rye.
and Tim Crumry
Yep.
breaking their legs. And then, let's replay this.
7 times over.
Oh, in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago, the
Kevin
kid
Ware.
broke his ankle. Oh, that's Kevin Ware?
That's Kevin
Oh
Ware.
my God! Can you put Sid Justice in there too? Sid Vicious when he came down in WCW, his leg went one way, bone went the other, his body went a third. Hey, let's show that again. No.
Those are tough.
Number 4 for me. This guy surprised me. Opie being killed on Sons of Anarchy. I did not see that coming.
You said Opie being killed, and I'm like, what Andy Griffith version was
It was a very special episode of Andy Griffith.
Little Opie Cunningham.
He got strung out on meth. he died.
the one bullet from Barney's gun?
I don't know if you know this, Blake. Mayberry has a meth problem.
Oh, shit.
That's the Christmas special. Number 4 for you, Jeff.
And an alcoholism problem,
Yes,
apparently.
they do.
Number
you can
4
check
for
yourself
me.
into jail
Go
anytime
right
you want.
in.
Spoiler alert: the beheading of Ned Stark.
"That's
Oh,
my
that was
number
good.
3.
That was good.
Number 3, put it on the board. Number 4 for you, Blake.
Again, reality. I had to see it on TV. I was stationed in Roe to Spain, and everybody's like, he's like, Mr. Edwards, come here and watch this. I'm going to go watch this. I'm like, what's going on? It's a Bronco. There's police cars, man. It's O.J. Simpson.
Oh, jeez.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, man, what the hell happened? And you're like, oh, well, God, that was a horrible year.
He was innocent, though. Number 4 for you.
You know, he's still searching every
yeah.
golf course in America for her killer.
And damn it, he's going to find it.
Yeah.
Number 4 for you, Skye.
When the prime minister has sex with the pig at the end of the first episode
Oh,
of
my
Black Mirror.
God.
Stop talking about it.
Dude, I'll tell you what. I went to go
Did not
watch
see it
Black
coming.
Mirror.
No.
I went to go watch Black Mirror because of Scab Jeff.
I remember
And that
this.
first episode, I was like, what the fuck is he having me watch?
Oh, that was wild.
And when he actually starts doing it, you know the show is different than anything else that you've seen.
Number 3,
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark. Okay.
Challenger explosion.
Okay. Number 3.
Yeah, that.
Dale Earnhardt turns right.
Do you think you just got curious?
What would happen if I go this way instead?
Hey, maybe it's like Mario Kart. He thought it was a shortcut. It wasn't. Spoilers. Wow.
That got pretty dark.
Damn you, Jeff Gordon. You threw a red shell at me.
Oh, we just lost all the NASCAR fans.
No.
That's fine.
No. Number 3. Monday Night Wars wrestling in the late 90s. You never knew who was going to show up. Hulk Hogan, WCW, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash, the NWO. Chris Jericho showed up on Raw. Like, that was cool. Like, just seeing the surprises each week of who's showing up. Number 3 for you?
Was that Hollywood Hogan era?
It was. When you're in NWO, you're NWO for life.
Number 3 for me is and you could die tomorrow. Just like John David Stuntz.
That's when Saturday Night Live was
the man
funny.
who killed Buckwheat.
It's the man Buckwheat. He got killed. It's also Jack Ruby being
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
killing
Saturday
Lee
Night
Harvey
Live.
That was a
Jack Ruby
great.
killing Lee Harvey Oswald.
That was
too.
great SNL.
Number 2.
Number 2 would be what was it? MASH when they killed off. Was it Blake?
Colonel Blake.
Colonel Blake.
Oh, the helicopter?
And they didn't write it in the script, so no one knew except for Radar.
Yep.
And so he came in and read it, and there was everybody's real reaction to it.
Yep.
Cool.
Number 2. Actually, I'm not kidding. This just happened. The Will Smith thing. That was the wildest thing I've seen in a long time. Like, just the oddest. So
If I had seen it live, I probably.
that's
have
what
it
I
on my
mean.
list.
Live, it was.
It looked scripted live
We thought
until
it
they
was
started
gonna be-
bleeping.
Chris Rock's kind of smiling, watching him walk up and everything, like, okay. And then whack. And then he's just kind of, Chris Rock just looks confused. And then they start saying something, and they block out all the sound.
Yes.
And then we're just sitting there saying, that really just happened.
Number 2 for you.
Number 2 for me, I'm going to enter your world of wrestling.
Okay.
Owen Hart's death.
Oh, yeah. When he fell from the raft.
He fell from the rafters. I remember we were watching that that pay-per-view. And
Kemper Arena in Kansas City in May. Number 2 for you.
Miracle on Ice.
Oh,
do you believe in
Mir-
miracles?
That's right. Do you believe in miracles?
I really thought you were going to say Miracle on 34th Street. I'm like, am I missing something?
Do you believe in miracles?
That
Ooh, you sexy thing.
that still gives me goosebumps. Even the movie Miracle gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. And to see it live, it was awesome. And it wasn't even a medal. It
Yeah.
wasn't even the medal match.
It was to get to the gold
It was
round.
to get there, yeah.
Number 2.
The Walking Dead season 2 mid-season finale when the girl walks out of the barn.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Was
that
she
was
naked?
horrible.
It was a little girl.
That was heartbreaking.
Oh!
Hey, Gigi, calm down over there. Get him out of here.
I don't know. I didn't watch the show.
The entirety of season 2, they were searching through the woods for this girl.
Yeah.
And up to this point, it wasn't really an anything that could happen type of show. So
Yeah.
you thought, you really had hope that they'd
They're gonna
find
find
her.
her.
And then all the zombies come out of the barn, and the last zombie to come out of the barn is the little
Yeah,
girl.
little
And
girl.
That was also the last season. That was also the season that they had 22 episodes and it could have been 6. They spent a lot of time looking for her.
Yes, there you go, Mr. Humbert.
Wow. Go get in your creepy van and drive away from the Bob Studios.
Thank heavens. For
Oh, God.
Number 1.
At the Oscars, when they announced La La Land, and then somebody else came in and said, "Oh, we didn't actually win. This isn't a joke. Moonlight, you won. No, really, come up here. You won. I know we just did all our speeches, but
Good old La
do it
La
now.
Land. It was a great film. Number 1.
Second World Trade Center Tower. I remember I was sitting at work at my desk, and we were having a big sales day, and my boss was upset because that ruined her sales day. I'm like, you understand what just
my
fucking
Lord.
happened? I was like, because when you hear the news, some crazy pilot or plane went in the first tracer, and you're like, hey, turn the TV on. I was like, okay. And you're sitting there watching, and it's like, holy shit.
That's my number one. I was working at yours. I was working at a sporting goods store.
Me too.
Not with you guys, though. I was in the other one.
Yeah.
And I
wasn't even at that one because I was in another one.
Front end supervisor, and they called me in early that day. After I woke up, I heard what was going on. I was still living at home. Parents were. My mom was telling me that. So I drive into work, hear it on the radio. I get to work, and it's on all the TVs because ESPN turned to it and everything. Yeah. And we only stayed open for like 3 more hours that day. But it was odd, like everyone come in, and the rule was as a front person, hey, how you doing today? It's like, don't mind that going on behind me, like every single person. How you doing today?
Are you here for a shotgun?
Yeah. So, number
hunting equipment in the back right corner. It's been roped off.
Bomb shelters to the left.
9/11 was one of my honorable mentions, but I thought everybody was going to say it.
Okay.
I'll go with Sons of Anarchy when they killed Opie.
That was on there for me. Sad moment. I got you. I got it.
You got to love Ryan Hurst.
What about when they killed off Richie Cunningham in the last Happy Days?
I thought you were going to say Sons of Anarchy. Honorable mentions. I had the reporters that were killed on air while it was going on, and I had
any crazy politician that commits suicide while giving a live telecast?
We got some listeners with that.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Mandalorian, Baby Yoda. I was not expecting Baby Yoda.
I was
at the end of the first episode.
I had the newscaster that shot herself on air.
I had Maud Flanders' death.
I can see that.
She got hit with the T-shirt cannon.
I did have. This is shocking. I did have Donald Trump's election.
That was we were on air for that.
We were on air.
My lord, that was just watching the meltdown of the news stations when that happened was quite simply amazing.
It was crazy.
And then the Saturday Night Live. After
this is the worst thing to ever happen.
This is the worst thing to ever happen to black people. Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle.
Really?
Yeah. Or what's the guy with that inspired Filters song? Hey man, nice shot. That was another politician's suicide on camera.
Yep. Steve at Everything I Learned from Movies.
Everything I learned from
the listener feedback. Supernatural is still on the air from 2019. From today, NCIS is still on the air. Ghost Adventures is still on the air. Number 2, Grey's Anatomy is still on the air. Number 1, the final episode of Captain Power and the Soldier of Future, 1988. I don't know what that one is.
I don't know either.
Doctor Number 1, Sledgehammer blows up the city. Timothy Olyphant is revealed to be Dr. Fuck you.
Oliphant?
Dr. Charcuterie?
Yes. Madonna, Christian, and Britney 3-way kiss at the VMAs. Kanye, George Bush don't care about black people, and the Mike Myers reaction, which was amazing. I'll just read my lines. Virginia news team murdered while in the air. Is that them? Big Dev. Jackson's titty at the Super Bowl. Edge and Lita fornication session on Raw. Yes, that was weird. Hogan heel turn. Foley off the steel cage and Foley through the steel cage and ring. He hobied the shit.
That was pretty amazing.
That was... I have to put... Yeah. 9/11 was number 1. Honorable mention. The Man Show's existence. Both times Eli Manning beat Brady's ass at the Super Bowl. Pittsburgh Nerd.
I don't think Eli Manning touched Brady.
No, he did.
I don't think
he sued him.
They
afterwards,
shook hands at the end.
Afterwards they shook hands.
Bud Dwyer shooting himself on TV.
Yeah.
Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler having a fight on David Letterman show. And Geraldo...
That's right.
I should have picked Crispin Glover on the David.
Yes, when he goes to kick him.
And misses his face by that much, and then they go to commercial.
We'll be right back. Geraldo gets his nose broken by skinheads.
The chair.
Yes. And Kevin at Cincy Explorer had Dale Earnhardt's death. Don't make fun of it. Too late.
Too late.
Or what about the Richard Simmons attacking David Letterman, chasing him around? Remember that?
Oh, God.
I don't.
He got tired of David making fun of him.
Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor rips up the Pope on SNL.
Yeah,
The picture.
remember that. That's
When people thought La La Land won Best Picture, Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction, and the shuttle Challenger disaster. Honorable mention, family interrupts father's very serious BBC interview. Remember when the kids kept coming into the room?
yeah.
That was awesome.
That was great.
Jen did a top 5.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, let's hear this.
You keep her her name out of your mouth.
Number 5, Ben is Glory from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Number 4, Buffy suddenly having a sister in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. 3, Spike getting his soul back in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. 2, Tara getting shot and killed in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And
Spoilers.
And number 1, Joyce Summers dying.
Yep, I was going to say, Mommy.
Is there a theme to that top 5 list?
And the sad part
No.
is, Jen is just as good
Keep
at Buffy
my wife's
trivia.
name out of your... Never mind.
Just as good at Buffy trivia as she is at picking Oscar winners.
Who, Jen?
Yeah.
Oh, how is Jen?
She finished 4th.
Oh, Jen? Really?
Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth.
Yeah, you hear that, Harry? Go kick his ass. I didn't like that.
He already slapped me once.
Do it. Knew I should have married the Styles. Bad idea of the week. Number 1912. I'm Megan.
This is like the 4th time we put on Megan. As
Fine.
an idea. Oh, no, I agree with it. I just think it should
Bad
be...
idea number 300. Getting up out of the crowd at the Oscars and slapping a comedian. Don't do that.
on a worldwide broadcast.
On a what?
Worldwide broadcast.
Let's see. Title for the show. I had fun facts about Utah.
I had just Utah, so maybe if somebody sees the title and they hear the first 10 minutes of the show, they'll think that we're just going to talk about Utah for the entire show.
I had baby cakes, stiffer than a Cheeto, and it's always floppy time.
I had eating baby cake. It was shaved in down there. I don't watch the credits.
I like that one.
Caught in a trucker convoy. He's lucky I wasn't gassy. My daughter is an idiot.
What?
Oh, yeah, you said that. But
Oh, yeah, about the turning red?
Yes.
Yeah. My daughter's an idiot.
and I knew I should have married the Styles.
Jeff, Scamp?
I have baby reveal party. Luckily, my daughter was clueless.
My daughter is an idiot.
Were you trying to say Delaware? And period piece.
Anything?
I had. I just finished vacuuming.
See, when you finish vacuuming, you want people to come over. When I start vacuuming, I want them to leave. It's just the opposite.
I had Candyland National Park. Murder by Tabernacle. Magic Underwear. A Culture of Simpletons. A Peaceful War. Talking about baby cakes. The Book of Armaments. This is different, but I like it. Trick Me If You Can.
That's the name of the film.
And he's lucky I wasn't gassy.
I like Candyland National Park, and were you trying to say Delaware? Anyone else? Anyone's favorites?
I liked his first two, and I think second to last one.
What was it? First two.
Trick Me If You Can.
Trick Me If You Can, and then the first two that you did.
I just finished vacuuming and Murder by Tabernacle.
No.
Candyland National Park.
Yeah, Candyland.
Jeff, go ahead, Jim. Sorry.
It was shaved in down there.
No. Now I know who he is. Scab, you get to pick. You're the guest.
Candyland National Park.
Okay, got it. Thank you for showing up, Scab. You act like you're not invited, but you are. Oh, sorry.
Well,
it's past your bedtime. Sorry. I'll end it.
But there's hardly any seats around.
Oh, we can throw one in.
Oh, what we didn't do, we never actually gave our opinion on the candy bar.
Oh,
Oh, we didn't.
It was nasty.
I liked it and would eat more if Blake didn't eat it all.
Blake ate a whole one.
Yes.
I had a piece of Blake's
There are
whole
two
one.
more left.
Whoa.
And there is a piece sitting in front of Scab Jeff if anybody wants it.
Oh, well, he ain't going to eat it.
Jeff just said he had a piece of Blake's whole one. I feel a little dirty over here.
Okay, we got
Wait, do we have a new title?
Tastes like Blake. Okay, Blake Oreos. Moving on. Thanks for listening, and Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history, not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. History of bad ideas. Podcast.
You are listening to a Hobie.